Hey yo, salute all my subscribers. Special shout out to everybody else passing through YouTube. What's good? All right, so I came through with another weekly recap. Basically, what these weekly recaps are, just to break it down for anybody who haven't seen one yet. This is really only the second installment. This is going to be a new regular weekly occurring event for this channel. Where basically I come through and kind of summarize and break down all of the different blogs and videos that I've done for the week on this channel. First I'm going to mention again the addition of the roundtable discussion. That's a weekly thing that we do now on this channel, where it's a panel of 3, 4, 5 people. Whatever feels good, whatever the vibe is, and then we just go on about whatever topics affect relationships, men, women, and that kind of thing. And then what we did just this past week was a roundtable discussion on sex. So what we did with that was we basically, went in and we talked a little bit about some sexual positions. We talked a little bit about some of the differences and the experiences, with sex as it pertained to men, as it pertained to women, and we got the perspective from women, and we got the perspective from myself and another man. So we, it was pretty well rounded. We also got the perspective from, sexual experiences from the point of view of the LGBTQ community. So that was good. We got to dispel some myths and address some misconceptions about some things. And it was pretty dope. If you didn't get a chance to see it, you got 2 options. You can check it out on my channel, where you are right now. Or you can hit up homie Jazz's YouTube channel, The Comfort Zone. And if you're on my channel right now watching this video, obviously you can check her channel out on the right side of my main YouTube channel page. The Comfort Zone is right at the top. It's one of my featured channels. I'm going to be doing a lot of collab work with her, so look out for that. You can hit the subscribe button to her channel, right there from my main YouTube channel page. Another thing that was talked about this week, midterm elections. It's the end of September 2018, and we're gearing up in less than 2 months for the midterm elections. We're going to figure out if we're going to have to deal with Donald Trump for another 6 years or just another 2 years. And the best way for us to have a say in that, as I discussed in the blog, 2018 midterm elections, register and get out to vote is the title if you want to take a look at that video. Basically, I talked about the importance of midterm elections. And, we already have the president, which is like the mascot, if you will, or maybe take it even a step further, the CEO of the company, right? The face of the company. And then you look at the midterm elections as your chance to select those board members, right? Those supporting cast members who really have the power, as far as what parts of a president's agenda will push through and what parts, will be held up for further review and that type of thing. Congress acts pretty much like board members, in a Fortune 500 company. And the president would be the CEO, and you need both to run that business, for those types of companies. So I touched on that. I talked about the importance of getting out to vote, because a lot of people complain about the fact that Donald Trump is president, and they don't like the direction of the country. They don't like the way this current political climate feels. But those same people didn't get out to vote during the 2016 presidential election, and big part of the reason why we have the president that we have now. So I talked about how if you want to make change and you want to see change, get off the sideline, get the fuck in the game, and be about some change. And then lastly, it was kind of a slow week, but lastly, there was a viral picture out of Florida, a father who was caught in a photo by one of his other children while he was changing his son's diaper on the top of his laptop while kneeling down on the floor of a men's restroom, some restaurant or store that he was at. And why that was interesting and why I brought that to the channel is because I've been talking about that type of thing for years. For all the flack that men get for, the inequality that we project towards women, the marginalization that we project towards women, that they have to endure. There are some very specific areas in life that fathers don't get they're just do. Or fathers aren't treated equally or respected out here as parents. You know, you go into just about any public restroom in just about any business or establishment, you know, in just about any city and just about any state in this country. And I would imagine it's probably the same overseas, but I don't know. I can only speak for what I know. But you go into most of these establishments, and men's restrooms don't have baby changing stations. It's almost as if people just assume that men don't go anywhere with their children, which is crazy. Especially, you know, and if you check out this video, it's called "Fathers Need Baby Changing Stations in Public Men's Rooms." This article even touches on the fact that now more than ever, fathers are more active in the child rearing and you know, even to the point where there's some stay-at-home dads now, and you know, we need to be respected too. And I was talking to somebody, and they were talking about how a lot of places now are popping up with family restrooms, but it's like, you know, it's just like the transgender bathroom issue. You're going to create another bathroom, and all you need to do is throw a baby changing station in the one that's already there, and then fathers will be happy. Because I've been dealing with this shit for the better part of 10 years. I've been talking about this. So go check that video out. So basically 3 new blogs from last week. That's basically the weekly recap. I got one more update, and that'll be the last update for this week, and I'll see y'all in the weekly recap next week. But I decided to change the name of my YouTube channel. So what's going to happen is, going forward, my channel will now and forever be known as, or referred to as, Kevin C TV. The reason why I did that is because I come across a lot of people. As I, you know, meet and bump into and cross paths with different people, you know, we get to talking naturally, especially with me being in the hospitality industry, and you know, start talking, and you know, YouTube channel comes up, podcast, whatever I'm doing and working on, and people always show interest and want to check out the channel. You know, want to see what type of content, you know, I'm putting out there, and you know, with the, you know, life, relationships, and everything in between. It's such a long name, such a long title, that when I would have to spell it out for people, I would either have to have them pull out their device right then and there and search for it, or I would have to write it down for them. And, you know, those kind of things, as subtle as it seems, you know, it does kind of break up the flow a little bit. And I feel like people are less likely to remember or to go through the extra steps. So, you know, I wanted to find something that flows off the tongue. I wanted to find something that, you know, you say it, it sounds catchy, people are more likely going to remember it. And even if, you know, even if they may not remember it hours later or days later, you know, it sounds catchy enough, it flows smooth enough that they may, as soon as they walk away from you, they may go ahead and search it and pull it up. So Kevin C TV, you know, is the name of the YouTube channel now. Still the same channel, still the same content. I will be continuing to introduce and implement new content. And the moniker stays the same. You know, it's still life, relationships, and everything in between. It's still actions motivate consistency. You know, it's just a name that's a little bit easier to say. You know, a little bit more personal. So let me know what y'all think of the weekly recap. Definitely go check out the videos, blogs that I did over the past week. The channel, comment on the videos, participate with me in the discussion. You know, I'm very active with responding to comments. I don't care who it is. I don't care how many come in. And just like always, if y'all ever hear on any of my videos, on any of my blogs, my platforms, something that you disagree with, agree with, and you want to let me know, hit me up. You know, you could DM me on Instagram and Twitter, at Kevin C TV. You can hit up the Gmail, straighttalk315@gmail. I may make changes to that email, but I'll update you guys if I do that. And if you want to be a part of our round table, you know, come through for, you know, on any given week, you know, we hit you up, you join the panel, and we go in about whatever it is we're going to go in about. You know, you want to be a part of that, hit me up. We'll make it happen for you. Other than that, let me know what y'all think about this one. I don't pretend to know everything. I just know what I know. And I'll see you on the next one. Peace and love.